Amanda's relationship to reality is the most complicated. Unlike her children, she is partial to real world values and longs for social and financial success. Yet, her attachment to these values is exactly what prevents her from perceiving a number of truths about her life. She cannot accept that she is or should be anything other than the pampered belle she was brought up to be, that Laura is peculiar, that Tom is not a budding businessman, and that she herself might be in some ways responsible for the sorrows and flaws of her children. Amanda's retreat into illusion is in so many ways more pathetic than her children's because it is not a willful imaginative construction but a wistful distortion of reality. The outside world is just as susceptible to illusion as the Wickfields. The young people at the Paradise Dance Hall waltz under the short-lived illusion created by a glass ball, another version of Laura's glass animals. Tom opines to Jim that the other viewers at the movie he attends are substituting on-screen adventure for real-life adventure, finding fulfillment in illusion rather than real life. Even Jim, who represents the world of reality, is banking his future on public speaking and the television and radio industries, all of which are means for the creation of illusions and the persuasion of others that these illusions are true. The glass menagerie identifies the conquest of reality by illusion as a huge and growing aspect of the human condition in its time. The next theme is the impossibility of true escape. At the beginning of scene 4, Tom regales Laura with an account of a magic show in which the magician managed to escape from a nailed-up coffin. Clearly, Tom views his life with his family and at the warehouse as a kind of coffin, cramped, suffocating, and morbid, in which he is unfairly confined. The promise of escape, represented by Tom's missing father and the merchant marine service, and the fire escape outside the apartment, haunts Tom from the very beginning of the play, and in the end, he does choose to free himself from the confinement of his life. The play takes an ambiguous attitude towards the moral implications and even the effectiveness of Tom's escape. As an able-bodied young man, he is locked into his life not by exterior factors but by emotional ones. Which are those? By his loyalty to and possibly even love for Laura and Amanda. Escape from Tom means the suppression and denial of these emotions in himself, and it means doing great harm to his mother and sister. The magician is able to emerge from his coffin without upsetting a single nail, but the human nails that bind Tom to his home will certainly be upset by his departure. One cannot say for certain that leaving home even seems true escape for Tom. As far as he might wander from home, something still pursues him. Like a jailbreak, Tom's escape leads him not to freedom but to the life of a fugitive. According to Tom, the Glass Menagerie is a memory play. Both its style and its contents are shaped and inspired by memory. As Tom himself states clearly, the play's lack of realism, its high drama, its overblown and too perfect symbolism, and even its frequent use of music are all due to its origins in memory. Most fictional works are products of the imagination that must convince the audience that they are something else by being realistic. A play drawn from memory is the product of real experience and hence does not need to drape itself in the conventions of realism in order to seem real. The creator can cloak his or her true story in unlimited layers of melodrama and unlikely metaphor while still remaining confident of its substance and reality. Tom and Tennessee Williams take full advantage of this privilege. The story that the play tells is told because of the inflexible grip it has on the narrator's memory. The existence of the play is a testament to the power that memory can exert on people's lives and consciousness. Hence the theme, the unrelenting power of memory. Williams writes in the production notes that nostalgia is the first condition of the play. The narrator Tom is not the only character haunted by his memories. Amanda too lives in constant pursuit of a bygone youth, and old records from her childhood are almost as important to Lara as her glass animals. Memory is a crippling force, therefore, that prevents them from finding happiness in the present or the offerings of the future. It is also the vital force for Tom, prompting him to the act of creation that culminates in the achievement of the play. Let us now look at the motives. First is abandonment. The plot is structured around a series of abandonments. Mr. Wingfield's desertion of the family determines their life situation. Jim's desertion of Laura is the center of the play's dramatic action. Tom's abandonment of his family gives him the distance that allows him to shape their story into a narrative. Each of these acts of desertion proves devastating for those left behind. Each of them is portrayed as the necessary condition for and a natural result of inevitable progress. Only Amanda and Laura, who are devoted to archaic values and old memories, will presumably never assume the role of abandoner. They are therefore doomed to be repeatedly abandoned. The next motive is the words and the images on the screen. It is one of those most unique stylistic feature to be used in the play, and that is the use of an on-stage screen. Words and images relevant to the action are projected on it. The screen is used to emphasize the importance of something referred to by the characters. Example, the image of a blue rose appears in scene 2. Refers to something from a character's past or fantasy, as when the image of Amanda as a young girl appears in scene 6. It also functions as a slate for impersonal commentary on the events and characters of the play. Example, as when on saw les neiges, words from a 15th century French poem praising beautiful women appear in scene 1 as Amanda's voice is heard off stage. The screen emphasizes themes or symbols that are already established quite obviously by the action of the play. The device thus seems at best ironic and at worst somewhat pretentious or condescending. Directors have been very ambivalent about the effectiveness and value of the screen, and virtually all have chosen to eliminate it from the performance. The screen is an interesting epitome of Tennessee Williams's expressionist theatrical style. It downplays realistic portrayals of life in favor of stylized presentations of inner experience. The next motive is music. Music is used to emphasize themes and to enhance the drama. Sometimes the music is extra diegetic, coming from outside the play, not from within it, and though the audience can hear it, the characters cannot. For example, a musical piece entitled The Glass Menagerie, written specifically for the play by the composer Paul Bowles, plays with Laura's character or her glass collection comes to the forefront of the action. This piece makes its first appearance at the end of scene 1 when Laura notes that Amanda is afraid that her daughter will end up as an old maid. At other times, the music comes from inside the diegetic space of the play, and that is, it is a part of the action and the characters can hear it. Examples of this are the music that wafts up from the Paradise Dance Hall and the music Laura plays on her record player. Both the extra diegetic and the diegetic music often provide commentary on what is going on in the play. For example, the Paradise Dance Hall plays a piece entitled The World is Waiting for the Sunrise while Tom is talking about the approach of World War II. These are some of the important questions.